Hey everyone, it's Pharmacist Patrick back, owner of Blue Zone Healthcare Advocates. Today we're going to talk about how a healthcare advocate can provide great care for you or someone that you love in the healthcare system and what exactly our role is in the shark-infested waters of the healthcare system. And those are a lot of my clients' words. They feel like before they get to me, that the healthcare system is just it's shark infested waters. Everybody's out to get them, which I don't believe is true. I think there's a lot of great practitioners out there, and I think most mean well. But insurance, PBMs, different pharmacies, they make it difficult for the client or the patient to be able to get the care that they need. So I just want to start off and like define the role of what a healthcare advocate is. So, a healthcare advocate is someone who assists patients in navigating the complex world of the healthcare system. They can be professionals like me, right, as a pharmacist. So, they can be trained. There's a whole healthcare advocate alliance that's out there, and there's many different courses and resources that you can take to learn how to become a healthcare advocate. In my case, I am putting my pharmacy license, my consultant license, out front of my advocacy because I can. And in other places, so you might have nurses, social workers, or even your family and friends. And it doesn't necessarily have to be someone who fully understands the healthcare system, but it's someone who is there to ask questions in a difficult situation. Take any scenario, for example, if you've ever been in a tough situation and then somebody asks you an even tougher question right after, or they tell you some tough information and they say, what questions do you have? Do you really feel like you're prepared to ask that question or to answer that question? And just, I'm not going to answer for you. I've seen it with my own eyes where a patient gets a really rough diagnosis and their jaw drops and they're speechless. So I'm the one who's there asking questions and taking notes for them to be able to explain what happens later. I mean, sometimes you see somebody get a rough diagnosis and it's just their eyes are glazed over. It's really difficult. So I digress, but have someone there, have a family member, or friend there to go with you to your doctor's appointments, whether you're young or you're old, to be able to ask those difficult questions in difficult times. If you get an unexpected diagnosis or hear some unexpected news, so that everybody can maintain their composure and everybody can get the answers that they need before they leave. So a healthcare advocate's primary goal is to ensure that patients receive the best, I'll say that again, the best possible care and outcomes by helping them understand their medical conditions, treatment options, and your understanding your rights as a patient. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a patient bill of rights. It's posted on our website, www.tampahealthadvocate.com. So, what a healthcare advocate does is help patients navigate this healthcare system. It can be overwhelming for many and confusing to many patients, especially if you have chronic disease, if you're sick, if you don't feel good, if you're tired, if you're frustrated, if you have multiple doctors. I've seen it all. Okay. And people are frustrated and over it. They have to go to their PCP and then a bunch of specialists, and they might be great doctors, but that's so much information for the average person who is not trained in this field or trained with the knowledge to be able to navigate this field. And I have clients who are computer engineers, smartest people ever. I mean, way smarter than me, but I understand the healthcare system and I understand what's going on with the biochemical reactions. I understand the medications, I understand the treatments and the tests. And that's why having an advocate is important. So, a healthcare advocates, I'm serving as a guide. I'm your lighthouse and I'm helping patients understand their diagnosis, treatment plans, and medications. Especially as a pharmacist, my wheelhouse is medications. We can assist in scheduling appointments, coordinating care between different healthcare providers or specialists or doctors, and obtaining medical records. And so, what I do at my business here at Blue Zone is I take when you come in, you hire me, I compile all your past medical history. I pull that together. I compile what physicians you're seeing at the time. I pull all that together, why you're seeing them, and then what medications you're on. Why are you on those medications? And I do a very thorough check of your past medical history, your medications. I mean, right there's an easy way to find some maybe medications that have stayed on a little bit too long. I've found believe it or not, I've found medications that a patient had that they had an old doctor that had retired, and somehow, I don't know, the medications still kept getting filled. We managed to get them off that. They didn't need it anymore. So there are things that slip through the cracks in the healthcare system. A lot of the workers are overworked, overburdened, and it's my responsibility to take that pressure off the patient and also take that pressure off of the providers so that they can have a much more fluid patient interaction with my clients, their patients. And so I definitely schedule appointments. I attend the appointments with many of my clients. I am sitting there in the chair with them, and we're all having a very thoughtful discussion. We're discussing the latest research, the most like updated medications, the updated guidelines, so that the patients are getting the best care that they possibly can. As an advocate, I also help patients understand their insurance coverage and navigate the billing and financial aspect of healthcare. While I myself don't necessarily dispute bills, I have someone that I work with that does dispute healthcare bills. I can take a look at some hospital bills and determine, did you receive this service? Did you receive this test? And we can dispute that. But much more complicated issues, someone here at Blue Zone helps out with that, and they're able to dispute any of those issues. My role as a healthcare advocate, and probably my favorite part of this job and career that I've chosen, is to empower my patients. I want to have my patients making informed decisions about their healthcare. I want them to know all their options, not just the option that one person gives them. And the reason I say that is because if you go to a surgeon and you ask for an opinion, the surgeon's line of work in their business is to cut you, to perform surgery. If you go to a physical therapist, they're going to want to perform physical therapy. Now, somewhere in the middle, they might both be right, but the idea is to empower the patients with the knowledge that they need to let them know, hey, here are your risks and here are your benefits of surgery. Here are your risks and benefits of physical therapy. And here's what can happen in the middle. Here's what can happen on the outliers. And so that's what's so important, is having the patients make those informed decisions. You can tell that the wheels are turning and they're really thinking about what's best for them, not what just one person told them. And I'm not here to necessarily steer them in any one particular direction. I just want them to know what their risks and benefits are so that they can make the choice. At the end of the day, they have to be happy with the choice. It's not my choice. I'm not the one that has to have surgery or physical therapy, etc. I'm just the one who is guiding you, and I'm laying out all the information in front of you. And so that's my favorite part of the job, is empowering my patients and my clients to make the best decision possible. So again, I help my patients become more educated about their medical conditions, their treatment options. In some cases, some diseases like diabetes are reversible. We'll get into that. I'm going to have a whole video on diabetes because it is my favorite disease to work with and treat. I'm going to help give them those options so that they have the necessary information to participate in the shared decision making with their healthcare providers. By empowering my patients to advocate for themselves or their family members, I'm able to help ensure that patients receive personalized care and not just like this one size fits all treatment that sometimes people get based on the insurance model healthcare. So, patient centered care that aligns with their values, their goals, and their preferences is my goal as a healthcare advocate. And finally, to wind this video down, having a healthcare advocate as part of your healthcare team improves your health outcomes or your family members' health outcomes. What does that mean? It means that they get better. It means that they get the treatment that they need. Studies have shown that patients who have support from a healthcare advocate often experience better health outcomes. They get better. That is my goal. I want you better. I don't want you caught in the system of the rat race, the hamster wheel, whatever you want to call it. I don't want you caught there. You don't want to be caught there. You're wasting money, especially if you're on a fixed income. You're wasting time. Let's just get you the treatment that you need and get out. So, by facilitating communication between patients, healthcare providers, and we're ensuring that you're being adherent to your treatment, you're going to your appointments, you're taking your medication. Advocating is so necessary because it provides resources and support to empower and make the patient feel like they are getting better and that they are working towards a goal, not just like, hey, I'm taking this pill every day. I don't know why, right? Healthcare advocates contribute to improved patient outcomes and overall satisfaction of care. So to close out this video, before I say it, like, subscribe, share this with someone who might need an advocate or wants to advocate for a family member. I'm here to help. www.tampahealthadvocate.com. Now I'm going to send her home. Healthcare advocates play a crucial role in helping patients navigate the healthcare system, empowering them to make informed decisions, ensuring quality care, and ultimately improving patient health outcomes. By discussing these points, I hope that I have raised awareness to your knowledge of healthcare advocacy and the healthcare system. Patrick, pharmacist, owner of Blue Zone Healthcare Advocates, signing off.